More and more compact excavators are used in civil engineering works and construction sites on a global scale. Those machines are expected to operate in a wide and varied range of environments and applications. However, the more compact excavators that are employed, the more compact excavator-related accidents are reported. The prevention of such accidents is very much down to the operators. It is their responsibility to operate the machines in a safe manner. We at Kubota sincerely hope that accidents involving mini-excavators and their operators are kept to a minimum. It is true that accidents can happen anywhere in the world due to a wide variety of circumstances, many of which are preventable. To help protect you and your machine against such accidents, let us discuss the safe operation of these machines. In this video, the machine is equipped with ROPS FOPS and seatbelt. If the machine is not fitted with ROPS FOPS, you must not fasten the seatbelt. Besides what you will see in this video, there are many hazards around you. Basically, it is you who must protect yourself. You are strongly requested to make sure you move in a safe way. Here are some key safety points to remember to ensure safe operation. Number 1. Take due care and pay attention at all times. Number 2. Understand the precautions before operation. Number 3. Understand the precautions during operation. Number 4. Understand the precautions after operation. And number 5. Understand the precautions in transporting the machine, etc. One of the most important facets of safety is you. Taking care of yourself to ensure good health and alertness is extremely important. If you have been drinking alcohol heavily the previous night, have had little sleep, or are on strong medication, do not operate the machine. This is the first step to safety. Think safety at all times, and in case of an emergency, fast action after an accident may save lives. Have first aid kits and fire extinguishers at hand. Be sure you can contact the emergency services by phone in the quickest possible time. There are many things to check before starting the excavator. Firstly, wear suitable clothing in which you can move easily and comfortably without being restricted. Clothing loosely fitted, such as wide-sleeve shirts, baggy trousers, unbuttoned and unzipped jackets, may be dangerous, catching on levers and pedals. Be sure to button up or zip up your jacket and overalls. Do not forget to wear a hard hat and safety boots, and if necessary, you may need to wear protective goggles, a dust-proof mask, earplugs, protective gloves, and other personal protection equipment. Before using any of the above items, carefully read the instructions for proper use. You may feel confident that you are an experienced compact excavator operator. Being too confident can be dangerous. Different models provide different functions and handling. Before getting on your machine for the first time, be sure to read the machine's operator's manual as well as the operator's manuals for any attachments. Keep the operator's manual accessible on the machine for quick reference. 100% safe machines do not exist. Warning labels are also attached to the machine for important safety precautions. You must keep those instructions in mind. Such safety precautions are also described in the operator's manual. Before starting the day's job, check the machine for anything unusual. Check the ROPS FOPS for cracks. Check the ROPS FOPS bolts are correctly tightened. If anything unusual is found that cannot be safely or easily rectified, immediately contact your nearest dealer. Check the seat belt to ensure it locks into place correctly when fastened, and that it can be easily adjusted and unfastened. If anything is wrong, Immediately replace the seatbelt with a new one. Does the engine emergency stop device activate correctly? Do the control lever lock, travel lever lock, and other safety devices function properly? If any of these devices malfunction, you will be placed in a hazardous situation. Be sure to inspect them beforehand. If you find anything unusual, immediately contact your nearest Kubota dealer. Besides the ROPS-FOPS, check the machine front-end equipment for cracks and check all hardware for tightness. Check for any type of leaks, fuel, engine oil, hydraulic oil, reduction gear oil, or coolant. Check the battery terminals are tight enough and all electrical cabling is secure. Ensure that the bonnet and other safety covers are secured in position and locked. Carry out any necessary repairs if required. Also, check the daily safety points that are detailed in the operator's manual. All the above actions are important to ensure your machine remains reliable and safe at all times. Compact excavators are now used in many different environments, and you are exposed to danger not just from the machine, but also from the work site. How rugged is the site you are going to work on? Steep slopes or big holes? What is the type of soil? Is the soil too soft, which may cause collapse? Are there high voltage electric lines laid or overhead nearby? Ensure you are fully aware of where all gas pipes, water pipes, and underground cables are laid. When working indoors, what are the clearances of the machine with the passages and ceilings? Is the floor strong enough for the machine? Is the space well ventilated? Have a clear grasp of the work site before operating the machine to ensure safety. Now, let us get on the machine. Before climbing on, look at the steps for soil buildup or oil spillages. Always keep the steps clean, as this may cause you to slip and fall. In getting on and off the machine, there should be 3 points of contact at the same time, using both hands and at least 1 foot at a time. Firstly, face toward the machine, hold the appropriate grab rails with both hands, step on the crawler first, and then onto the step. Be careful not to hold any other machine parts, such as the control and travel levers. Never jump on and off the machine either. Now you are seated. You may need to adjust the seat position for easier machine maneuvering and comfort. Fasten the seatbelt before starting the engine and check the following points. The control levers and pedals are in the neutral position. The accelerator lever or accelerator dial is in the idling position. The left and right control lever locks are in the raised position. And that there are no persons anywhere near the rear of the machine who may be exposed to exhaust outlet. We have often seen operators who are not seated but start the engine from the side of the machine in order to inch the machine forward or backwards. In this manner, part of the operator's body may accidentally touch an irrelevant lever or pedal, which would trigger the machine to move in an unintended way. This, of course, is very dangerous. In starting, stopping, and maneuvering the machine, ensure you are seated with your seatbelt securely fastened. Never jump-start the machine by directly coupling an external power source to the starter motor. Be certain that there is enough open space to operate the machine with no obstacles or items that may be damaged by the excavator if operated inadvertently. Next, move the levers and pedals slowly at idling speed to make sure the machine operates as specified. Preferably sound the horn before moving the machine. When the machine is equipped with the 2-pattern selection system, make sure that the machine is selected for your most familiar operation pattern. Slowly lift the boom first and watch the boom rise. With the boom up, the machine is in the desired operation pattern. Go to the next step. What? Is the arm being crowded? That's the wrong operation pattern. In such a case, stop the engine and change the operation pattern. Just unlock the operation pattern, change the lever, change the pattern, and be sure to lock the lever again. Try to raise the boom slowly. It is now in the up position, isn't it? Next, move the bucket and arm and swivel the machine. Is the machine behaving as you intended or expected? Some types of machines are equipped with the swivel lock pin. On such machines, set the swivel lock pin to the unlock position and start swiveling the machine. There are different methods to swing the machine. The swing-alone pedal system uses a single pedal. The combination pedal system shares the function of moving the breaker and other attachments, hereinafter called service port. In this video, the swing-alone pedal system is introduced. Refer to the operator's manual of your machine to know which swing system is adopted. Step on the left side of the pedal and the machine turns to the left. Step on the right side and the machine turns to the right. When you engage two or more functions at the same time and suddenly interrupt one of them, the other function may speed up very quickly. Keep in mind that if the swivel or swing speed in particular gets higher, it will be dangerous to your co-workers around the machine. Different ways are available to activate the service port. A service port alone pedal system, a swing control combination pedal system, and an electrical switching system that is provided on top of the right-hand control lever. The service port function varies according to the attachment in use. Refer to the machine's operator's manual and the attachment's instructions to make sure that the attachments follow your intended actions and are correctly installed and suitable for your machine. Move the dozer with the dozer lever and make sure it operates as you would expect. Now go to the next step. What? As you use the dozer lever, the lower structure may become wider or narrower. Yes, on some types of machines, the lower structure has a variable track width for greater stability in adverse conditions. This action is controlled with the same lever. Let us look for another lever. Here it is. This lever is used to switch between the dozer operation and the variable track width structure movement. Let us do the switching. As you use the dozer lever, does the dozer move as specified? Before starting the machine, therefore, be sure to see at which position this lever is, dozer operation or variable track width operation. Finally, check the travel of the machine. First, slowly tilt forward the travel lever at idling speed. You will see the machine advancing slowly. Is the machine operating slowly in reverse? You believe that tilting forward the travel lever must move the machine forward. Well, is the dozer attached to the front or the rear of the machine? It is now at the back of the machine. Just swivel the machine to orient the machine front end and the dozer in the same direction. Tilt the travel lever forward again, and you will see the machine will advance in the forward direction. You see why. When you tilt the travel lever forward, the machine starts moving in the direction of the dozer. Pulling the lever toward you, on the other hand, will move the machine in the opposite direction to the dozer. Tilting the lever forward moves the machine in the dozer's direction, whereas pulling it moves it in the opposite direction. Now you understand that the direction of the dozer is decisive to the travel direction of the machine. So, before moving the machine, be sure to check in which direction the dozer is facing. Some models are equipped with the low-speed, high-speed travel feature. The speeds are changed with the pedal or the button on top of the dozer lever. On the pedal control type, step on the pedal and hold it down, and the machine travels at the high speed. Release the pedal and the machine reverts back to low speed. On the button control type, each time the button is pushed, the speed changes from low to high to low. At the high speed, the indicator lights up, so look at the indicator to see at which speed the machine will travel. Now that the basic controls have been confirmed, raise the engine speed to the specified level, but wait until you actually start the work. Also, at the specified speed, make sure there is nothing unusual with the levers and pedals. If anything is wrong, contact your nearest Kubota dealer. Finally, look around again to be sure that there is nobody near the machine. Let us discuss precautions to take during operation. When moving the machine to a site some distance away, should you allow other people on the machine step? No. The operator alone can ride on the compact excavator and no other persons are allowed on it. Any passengers would be in extreme danger. They may fall off the machine or get caught by an obstacle, resulting in a serious accident. Never allow anyone on or near the moving machine. You may have to work in an area with poor visibility, near a steep slope, or with other hazards in or around the work site. You may have to have an assistant and follow the assistant's instructions and signals. The assistant must position himself or herself out of the machine's work range. It would be foolish if your assistant were to be injured by the machine. Do not connect any attachment heavier than specified to the front of the machine. If the equipment is too heavy, the chances are the machine may become unbalanced and turn over. Read and follow the attachment manufacturer's instructions. The most stable excavating position is ensured by orienting the machine front end and the dozer in the same direction, and keeping the dozer down on the ground. If this option is not possible, then the machine front end and the dozer may be positioned in opposite directions. Be very careful to keep the machine stable. Generally speaking, the machine is more likely to roll over sideways rather than forwards or backwards. If the machine is heavily loaded at the front end, the slewing motion may cause a rollover if moved erratically. Do not overload the machine. Do not slew the machine if it is overloaded. Do not stretch your legs out towards the front of the machine and do not lean forward beyond the parameter of the canopy or cab during operation. This would expose your body to danger. Strictly avoid such positioning because your legs or head may get caught while lifting or swinging the boom. Do not unfasten the seatbelt and operate the machine in a standing position either. This is very dangerous. Let us suppose your machine's lower structure is a variable track type. To maintain stability on such a machine during operation, have the lower structure variable tracks fully extended outwards. Have them retracted only when you move the machine in a narrow place. Panels and steel plates become slippery with rainwater or splashed water and mud. Pay particular attention when working in such slippery places. Let us imagine the bucket teeth accidentally being caught by a stone or other object in the ground while traveling. Just when the bucket teeth become clear of the obstruction, remember a reaction force may cause the machine to roll over. Never travel the machine with the bucket still digging into the ground or excavate with the machine body floating. The dozer must be down on the ground. It is dangerous otherwise. On rugged work sites or roads, the machine may become unstable, which may encourage a misuse accident or a rollover. Make the work site and the roadway as flat as possible, or maneuver the machine clear of obstacles wherever possible. If these situations cannot be avoided, extreme caution must be used. Before crossing a bridge or a structure, check its allowable load or weight limit in advance. If it is not strong enough, reinforce it. Next, let us suppose that you are excavating too close to the machine. The ground may collapse and the machine may fall into the hole you are digging. With this in mind, ensure there is sufficient distance between the machine and the hole. Do not excavate near the bottom of a precipice. The top of the precipice may collapse onto the machine or rocks may fall. If moving along the edge of a precipice or close to the shoulder of a road, keep a safe enough distance from them, reinforce them if necessary, or take other suitable measures. These areas are more dangerous after rain. Keep the machine away from them whenever possible. For traveling along flat ground, have the dozer in the forward direction and the bottom of the bucket 20 to 40 centimeters or 8 to 16 inches above the ground. In this way, you can quickly bring the attachment down on the ground in case of emergency. When going uphill, take the same posture and proceed along an even passage at low speed. In going downhill, move the machine at the low speed only, allowing the bucket to slide lightly along the ground. Never climb up and down a steep slope or travel across it. This may result in a rollover. If the machine starts to slide halfway down on a soft ground slope, immediately bring the bucket and dozer down to the ground, which can serve as a brake. Never turn the machine while traveling up, down, or across a slope. Such a maneuver may result in a rollover or a sideways skid. Make turns on a level surface. Also, avoid swinging, swiveling, and excavating on a slope, which may also result in a rollover. If it is unavoidable to work on a slope, build up a level ground surface area in advance. When you use the machine for lifting, refer to the lifting capacity charts in the operator's manual. Here are precautions to take after operation. Be sure to park the machine on level ground with the bucket and dozer fully down. If parking on a slope is unavoidable, be sure to secure the machine, possibly using drag chains on the crawlers. Before leaving the machine, return the accelerator lever or accelerator dial to the idling position. Set the lock levers to the lock position, stop the engine, and remove the ignition key. Before covering the machine with a sheet for storage, wait until the muffler and other hot parts cool down. If they are still hot when covered, a fire may be caused. Finally, take the necessary precautions when transporting the machine. Observe your local rules and regulations concerning the traveling of compact excavators on public roads. For transporting the machine on a truck or the like, also follow your local laws on the load capacities of trucks and other limitations. Take the following precautions in loading and unloading the compact excavator on and off a truck or trailer. First, apply the brakes of the truck and put blocks at the front and back of each tire of the truck or trailer. If appropriate, provide a platform that is strong and wide enough to withstand the machine. If you have to use ramps, bear the following points in mind. The ramps must be over 4 times longer than the truck's deck height so that they do not make a steep slope up to the truck deck. They must also be strong enough for the machine weight. Wipe oily and slippery deposits off the ramps first. Turn off the auto idle switch if the machine is equipped with the auto idling function. Face the machine in the direction of travel and bring the arm in a position perpendicular to the ramps or slightly crowded inside from that position. Have the bucket at a proper height above the ramps. The height varies depending on the size of the machine. Be sure to refer to the operator's manual. Now, go slowly up the ramps. When loading the machine with the dozer at the back, pay attention to which way you move the travel levers. In this case, remember that tilting the lever forward causes the machine to go down from the truck's deck. In rainy weather, it is very dangerous to load and unload the machine using ramps that may be slippery. Never turn the machine while traveling up the ramps either. Also, avoid loading the machine directly on a truck or trailer without using a platform or ramps. These actions are very dangerous too. Once the machine is on the truck or trailer, bring down the bucket and dozer onto the deck and secure with the appropriate chains across the understructure. Set the swivel lock pin, if provided on the machine, to the lock position. If the machine has no swivel lock pin, apply the brakes of the swivel motor. If the truck or trailer has no doorstop at the back of the deck, fix the bucket too. This prevents the bucket from moving out of position and possibly off the side of the truck. Be sure that the load does not exceed the truck or trailer's allowable carrying capacity and the lifting height is not above its allowable lifting level. Now drive safely without sudden starts and stops or sharp turns. It's you who must protect yourself. The precautions discussed in this video are part of the safety precautions in the operator's manual. Before using the machine, be sure to carefully read the operator's manual and fully understand the machine for safe operation. This video focuses on the safety points of the machine's basic controls, together with safe transport methods. In the operation and maintenance of the machine, there are safety precautions to remember. They are referred to in the operator's manual. This video shows the safety issues for the compact excavator, but the basic safety points for the wheel loader are the same as the compact excavator. Read and understand the operator's manual before operating a wheel loader. Have a safe workday today.